Gorilla Tag is about to release a new update for the Ghost Reactor. So here is your ultimate guide to becoming a pro at Ghost Reactor and ranking up to max rank. And they have already confirmed that in a future update, your rank will be important, as it will allow you to unlock better items in the reactor.
We'll be using this system for upgrade paths, new tools, and a lot more in the coming update.
Psst. By the way, at the end of the video, I'm going to be showing you a super secret Easter egg that Lemming left in the Ghost Reactor. So stick to the end because you won't want to miss this. Before we dive into the crazy tips, let me quickly explain the tools and what each of their functions are. The baton. The baton is your primary weapon to fight off ghosts. Simply hold the trigger to put it into attack mode and then swing at the ghost. Be careful because each time you hit a ghost, it'll lose a little bit of its charge, and once it goes dead, it will no longer be usable until it gets recharged. Your baton can also let off a little bit of light, so if you truly do get stuck without a lantern, use your baton to find your way. This is with the baton on, and this is off. Gives you some light to guide the way. The flash. The flash is a versatile tool that can be used to stun ghosts, break ghost armor, and open doors throughout the reactor. If you encounter a ghost in blue armor, you will not be able to attack that ghost with your baton until you break its armor by flashing it with a flash. It takes a few shots, and when the armor is broken, you can then attack the ghost with your baton to finish it off. Using the flash on any ghost will also stun it for a few seconds, giving you a better window of attack. Finally, the flash can be used to open these purple gates throughout the reactor. Simply flash it 3 times and it should break, allowing you and your party to travel through. The lantern. The lantern is the most simple tool in the reactor. You can just hold your trigger to turn it on and provide light for your party. I find a clever trick is to actually flash the lantern instead of holding it down. So you click the trigger once and the lantern will turn on for a few seconds and then turn off. It makes the charge in the lantern last way longer, allowing you to conserve more ghost cores for the reactor. The shield gun. The shield gun only has one use, which is that it provides shields for you and your party. Simply fire at yourself or a friend with the shield gun and it should create a bubble around you.
Hi, how are you?
This bubble is a shield, and it will allow you to block one ghost attack without dying. If your shield is broken, you can use the shield gun again to regenerate your shield. The charge gun. In my opinion, the charge gun is the most important tool in the reactor. This tool will be holding all of your cores, and it's what you'll be using to charge up your items, as well as deposit cores back in the reactor when you get back to base. So whatever you do not lose the charge gun. Simply fire it at one of your other tools to charge it up, or fire it at the reactor to deposit your cores. Depositing cores is how you earn points to rank up in the reactor. Now I would like to go over the scoreboard, how money works, and why this is important to ranking up. Okay, so a few of my friends have already made their way into the reactor and they've been collecting for a few minutes. They've got some money, I don't. But what will happen is at the end of the round, all of our money will get added up and then divided amongst us. So even though Bean made 450 credits, they will not get 450 credits as their shift cut because part of it will be divided amongst us all. However, the division is not equal. It depends on how much you have helped in the reactor. So as you can see, they have been playing for almost 4 minutes. I have been playing for only almost 2 minutes, meaning I am only getting 13% of the total cut while they are all getting 28. So essentially, the more people you are playing with, the less money everyone makes at the end of the round. But because of this system of dividing credits among players, I actually recommend that if you want to rank up the fastest, you should go in solo. Because if you go in by yourself, you will make 100% of the cores you collect. However, I also understand part of the fun is playing with friends, so if you're still trying to rank up fast, I would just keep the friend group small. Less players means more money for everyone. But for those hardcore players, definitely go in solo if you're trying to reach max rank quick. And now that you know how points are divided amongst players and how cut calculations work, I can tell you my tips to making more money, getting those big bucks, and ranking up fast. My next tip is to clear out all of the ghosts in the room before you go back and break these boxes. Because now I can go through and break all the crates and then grab my tool, loot up, completely safe with no ghost trying to attack me. You have a much smaller risk of dying if you go and kill all the ghosts first and then come back through and loot up all the crates. Another important safety tip to keep in mind is to beware of the mining monkey. He is invincible, he cannot be defeated by any item in the game, so your best chance is to sneak past him. If you get too close, he's gonna latch onto you for a jump scare and eliminate you. If he latches onto you, I actually find it best to let him eliminate you and go back for your items. Because if you run back to this entrance of the reactor, there's actually a chance that he will get stuck back here and prevent you from going deeper. Oh dude, if he latches onto you, you can run! You can break out of him! Okay, what is happening here?
There's no breaking out of it. There's no breaking out of it.
I don't think he's supposed to be here.
over. Just say goodbye to the run. Just say goodbye.
If that happens, your run is kind of over and you just gotta wait for a new run to start. So whatever you do not bring him down here. If he latches onto you, I'm sorry, just accept your fate and try again. It's much easier to respawn and go collect your items than it is to get him wedged out from this entrance. So down in the reactor, there are actually these lamps hanging on the wall. You can use a ghost core and charge it up. However, this is actually something that I would advise against using. As you saw, it eats up a lot of your energy, which again, energy is something you want to save as much as possible to use in the reactor later to up your points and up your rank. So instead of using the energy for that, do what I just did, charge up your lamp, keep a lamp with you. It's much more energy efficient, especially if you're using the flashing method I taught you. And rather than using your energy on something in the wall that you can't bring with you, it's much easier to use the lantern and just bring the lantern with you. Now once you get to a point where you're opening doors deeper in the reactor, you're gonna find these rooms with these acid pools. Bro, get out of here!
Huh?
Buddy is doing the cha-cha slide. These acid pools are actually very hard to see in some spots of the map. Like right here, the acid is kind of difficult to see. If you're not paying attention, you might walk right in there. Once you touch the acid, it is instant death, and your items have a chance of falling in. If they fall too deep in, you will not be able to retrieve them. So please keep an eye out for these acid pools. And this guy really needs to stop bothering me. Get out of here, bro. Another thing you should pay close attention to is the purple gates. Because while they're active, you can't enter through them, but the ghosts can. And they are not see-through, so if you're too close to a purple gate, a ghost can totally jump out from behind it and get you without you ever even knowing he was there. And sometimes the guys that throw their flaming heads will actually throw their head through the gate and snipe you. Let's go in here. What?
That's crazy.
And you won't ever know it's coming, so you really do just have to be careful around those gates. Okay, so the alarm bells just rang, the void is coming, and while that's happening, a great thing to do is go ahead and grab any tools that you dropped and bring them back to the entrance. I started a little too late here, but ideally you would start this before the void starts eating up the mines. Just go around, if there's any tools you missed, grab them. I got one right here too, and then bring them back to the entrance. Any extra tools that you save for the next round is money that you save for the next round because you won't have to repurchase them when the next round begins. You can go right in with your freshly charged baton, kill some ghosts, suck up some energy, and you won't have to spend that energy on replacing your tools. And here's a little bonus tip while we're here. Now that the round has ended and we made some money, you're going to want to go and check if you can rank up. So just scan your card, see if you can earn a rank. I currently can't, but if you can, you definitely want to rank up. I mean, that's the whole reason you're watching, right? But like I said, in the future, ranks will be very important because there will be items in the game that you can only obtain by being a higher rank. My guess is that this room will probably open and this is where you can go ahead and grab those items. But that's not confirmed. That's just an RJ the Shade guess. A game theory. And one last thing to note with this machine is only one gorilla can use it at a time. So if you're in a lobby with your friends, just note that if your friend scans the card, it's gonna take the screen off of your name and it's gonna give it to your friend and give them control of it, which is sometimes a little annoying in 10-player lobbies. So just be cautious of the fact that if you scan your card, it's gonna block the person who is using it out of using it until you're done. And now that I've shown you every important tip and trick that I've learned in the Ghost Reactor, it's finally time for me to show you the secret Easter egg that Lemming hid down here. Now the reason I saved it for the end is because it's actually hard to pull off, so all the tricks that you learned are going to help you unlock this Easter egg. Because to unlock the Easter egg, you need 25 ghosts purged. And what that means is just eliminating ghosts. So I'm going to go start up the game, and then after I eliminate 25 ghosts, wait for this timer to end, something cool is going to happen in this corner of the reactor. Let's get to purging. Alrighty, I think I've reached 25. At least I sure hope I have. Let's see. Are you kidding me? Okay, speed run. Alright, boom, eliminated. I don't even care about your money, bro. You can keep it. 25 ghosts have been eliminated. When this timer is over in 1 minute, something is gonna happen. I know it sounds crazy, but I promise you guys, I am being 100% honest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You work for us now. As you see, this sign says do not touch the red goo, and to unlock the Easter egg, you gotta break the rules. I'm gonna touch it. Oh. Now for the final part of this Easter egg, you have to restart your game. When you load the game back up, something awesome is gonna happen. Alrighty, y'all, the game is booting up. It's time to see the cool Easter egg. Huh? Uh-oh. Guys, we're back. Doug, you are not supposed to be here, and I'm very sorry that I brought you here. This is the dark forest from the opening of the Ghost Reactor update. The red goo actually allows you to come back here, which is very cool because you can actually explore the dark forest and find all of the secrets it has to offer. Like this guy. I didn't know this guy was here. What is he doing? What are you doing? Oh. Yo, my bad, guys. And there you have it. There you have it. Those were my tips and tricks to become a Ghost Reactor pro and rank up fast. If you enjoyed the video, liking and subscribing goes a long way into helping me grow. Do you have any tips of your own that I haven't listed in this video? Let people know by leaving a comment down below. Thank you guys for watching and have a great day.